Yes, I don't for me na kwaba. I don't platform we as a host. Naji and I want me a born in Punimpuno. I don't for. I didn't see I'm going to say Nifedi agro a what is our seminal. I a critical, so what I say. There's a speaker of parliament in Sono Ababakasa. Eddie, I fancy say LGBTQ plus bill. Mahama mo amendment. On Sono Ababakasa and Kasa Yemuno. And I is an engine and the engine on Sono. I don't know what decide.
I see. It's for me good incidental. It was not planned to happen at the same time. I think that we have had so much time to consider that bill. Right up from 2021, it's been reversed. It lapsed at the end of the 8th Parliament. It had to take it through the same process because we now have a new Parliament, the 9th Parliament. And so it couldn't inherit what was left there, but that's the practice of Parliament, the Convention. So it has to come back again to the initiators through the sponsors who have changed in a way. They have changed because some of the sponsors in the last Parliament could not make it up to the 9th Parliament. Then we have to go to advice from the AG department and all other stakeholders who were involved. Then we have to get the new Parliament, the new members, to understand what all these things are about and to look at the law. And you know the copious instruments and laws on human rights. All over. We have to go through all, from the UN Charter to the African People's Rights and what, all. We have to go through all. Then we have also our development partners who have a lot of contribution to make. We had the United Nations coming in with proposals, some memo and everything. We as Ghanaians also have to dig deeper into our cultures, our customs, our values before we came out with what was passed on Friday. And in fact, when it was passed on Friday, it was even a surprise to me. Because I know that we're going to start the consideration of the bill. And that was the instructions I left before I went to attend to other activities. It was Friday, and members wanted to go home early to their constituencies, the one we're going to see today. And so I knew they wouldn't have completed. But all of a sudden, I read about this passage. I reacted, and later I saw on TV all the things that happened. And so this evening, I have asked the leaders to meet me in my office. So they will be here for us to go through it. This is such a critical bill that we believe there must be consensus. But it's not about passing bill. It's about implementing it and making sure that it benefits the people. So leaders of both sides of the house will be with me this evening for us to discuss what next after the passage of the bill.
Yes, I don't force what I say. Not just a way saying some Bagbin. But also Eddie about points out to me say, now young kind article be a word this answer no and for Emma. I said the breaking news. Speaker of Parliament Bagbin has reportedly called on members of Parliament to visit the LGBTQ plus bill to ensure it reflects broader, conscientious and bipartisan support across the House. According to the report, the Speaker believes reconsideration of the bill could help achieve a more collective approach and foster wider acceptance among lawmakers from both sides of Parliament. The development comes amid ongoing national discussions surrounding the proposed legislation and its future direction. So what I say, yentie ni ndisi for you free mu na na ko wie say tesade no bill ne kura nya bill.
for her, Mummy is serious as a country. Ne drew baby, a woman call it spade a spade. Near cannot crunch the union and this for say. A drew baby, a sabi, Omunya respect Kakra, Emma Ghanaians, Nagana Fonso a nipa. Share LGBTQ plus bill. A NDC for Bomo Safuhini, so more pass bill. No. Yedikai and ne. A nipa 34 members of parliament, 34 per and a course sitting. And this year, more 2/3 of members of parliament, our majority, more than 180 plus members of parliament, you know, and both minority, majority, 34 per and a course sitting. Now, bill now NDC for so my passing. As a sebo, now the Ojan who me a drone, or ye day away sebo. Yen bill MPP. Members of parliament and our MPP are buying at the core parliament house and the NDC for Aquakoye. The other kind was say direct or indirect promoting, facilitating, counseling, procuring, or supporting LGBTQ activities. Nana go for the MPP are buying a same. Obia a quaint bia so obo LGBTQ plus a trumu deuro. Se obo se trumu any lesbian ebekoso. Se utu trumu ana lesbian ho efo. Ana oto akade edi ama wo mo a lesbian. Ana wo mo a trumu no. Na kufu ado any MPP aban no e kire se ye tewa yemfo nkoto afiase abosome miensa ewo adwumadin ayemu. Ene NDC fo edie omo se dabi se utu gay ehun efo utu lesbian ho fo a ye nchew ye fa nkoto afiase ye nya ohwe etu omo yi saa eho no e de afiri ho no de tosumie no failure to report LGBTQ plus activity. Nana Akufo the MPP aban say se wo se obro no no esonkrofo bi hyewo eye trumu anankrofo bi hyewo eye lesbian na wankwa report ana wankobɔ aban amane a yetewa ye fine ubetue sika 1000 Ghana cedis ama aban ene NDC fo ne de omo say se unhu a enkeka okeka ye nchew okeka ye fine ye nya je say wanka ye nya ohwe enu ti ehɔ nso NDC for no ayi edi afiri honum de etoso miensa or say persons accused of engaging in LGBTQ plus activities were not allowed access to healthcare. Nana Akufo the MPP abani say obi a yabo no kwadu say we gay ana we lesbian onya kwan enko hospital ayaresabia niamfa Ghana sika enko nkosa ne yare sense Ghana sika no Nana Akufo the say or the be free SHS for Omo obi a sebi yakofa de to no wanya cancer no onfa Ghana sika enkobo no hoka Nana Akufo de sika no odi betua teachers ene nurses sika onfa nkobo obi a wakwa akofa de to no wanya problem no onfa sika no enkobo no ho eka so ene NDC force there be omo yi e de afiri hodom se ukoye gay ukoye lesbian na unya cancer anya unya yare na oto esonsuo na wase esonsuo a Mahama ene NDC aban se omo de Ghana sika ebeto pampers akwakoye surgery edi amount eno so eno no de to so enan or say psychiatric evaluation for people who identify as intersex or people who questioning their gender. Nana Akufo the MPP aban SC obi a oye bema no opese okotwa ne bema edi oba eba etare hodom ana obi a oye oba no opese okotwa ne ba ede bema ebema ena etua hodom no yensuso so ewo omai Ghana emu na yetewa asotwe a ese efata bia yede ebema ene NDC for say so yo oba na opese okosesa na oye bema ekwan eda ho ye afiri ho oye bema na opese okotwa obema na do oba eba etare ho a NDC for say ye afiri ho ekwan da ho utumi ekoye de etoso enum na Akufo do any MPP apan ede ba say media houses, CSOs, and organizations openly promoting LGBTQ activities or saying, so we in Central Jumani, Daubonumako, ana obia or makwain, Emma yebo gay and lesbian who deru and no say yetiwa yeduba kwa fiase enfie miensa ekosi enfie enum ene NDC omampani Mahama ni NDC aban sing so we a media house, we a civil society organization, utimi ebo LGBTQ ho dawro ene mesora no pa na me de tumu adwumadi a yedi sa yemudi pa ba ko edi birthday P7 emo ho dawro emame ndc abane mampani Mahama say se obo ho dawro ne yetewa yenya wo hwe etu omoyi edi afiri hodom de atwato or say people who dress in a manner that depicts them as people of the opposite gender or say obi a oye bema enso wo hye ema atade ana obi a oye oba enso wo hye mema atade na wonante te se oba ni su ne ban nyina koye se bema no se nipa no se yehu se sade no ekoso o mani mu a MPP aban se ye chewa yemfo nko afiase enfie enso 7 years enso ene ndc aban se se wo ye oba utimi hye bema atade wo ye bema utimi hye oba atade utimi ye ho se de opa bia yetewa yenchumpo ana yanja wo hwe omo amende ayi saa emra na MPP aban edi ba ya